think everybody does this. I was driving into work today and I had the radio on, and Neil Diamond's song came on, Forever in Blue Jeans. You know that one? Money talks, but it don't sing and dance, and it don't walk. Forever in Blue Jeans. And I remember, you know when you hear a song, it takes you right back to that moment in time. I remembered it was time to go to school, and my clock radio went on. This would be in the 1970s, whenever that song was a hit. And I'm up in the attic of my parents' house because that's where they made me live. It was really
like flowers in the attic. You're just forgotten
really,
child.
It was really. They would throw a roast up there every now and then, and I'd be like. But I was living at the end of the hall in the attic, and it was really cold up there. I remember that. Like put your feet on the floor, and it was really cold. And I don't know why, because heat's supposed to rise, but for some reason in our house it didn't. And anyway, I can still picture the clock radio. It was a gift from my Uncle Gavin, who was my godfather. And the clock radio came on, and Neil Diamond's song came on, and I was listening to it. It was a big hit at the time. And I thought that the song was called Reverend Blue Jeans. And so for years, I was like, it's Reverend Blue Jeans. Dun, 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 dun. And then it wasn't till years later that someone said to me, oh, I love that song Forever in Blue Jeans. And I just got really quiet because I knew that I'd been living a lie. And then I realized there were so many times, and I think this is maybe peculiar to me. I know a lot of people do this. But the song Dirty Deeds and They're Done Dirt Cheap.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I used to sing it as Dirty Deeds and They're Dundergy, which doesn't even make nothing. I just thought, oh, they're Australian. I just thought, oh, these Aussies, they're probably like, it's Dirty Deeds, you know, oh, it's a Dundergy, you know. And so there's a Roo and there's a Dundergy. And
it does sound like a didgeridoo and like a wallaby mixed up.
Wallaby, didgeridoo, you know, shrimp on the bobby, dundergy. And so I remembered singing it really loudly in the back of our family station wagon and going, and they're dirty deeds and they're dundergy. And my brother Luke was like, what the fuck is your problem? It's done dirt cheap. And again, I was humiliated, but So I started thinking about these today on the way over, which is just how I would. And I remember, I swear to God, that famous song, Van Morrison's famous song, "Brown Eyed Girl."
Yeah.
There's that part where he says, and I swear to God, I wasn't even trying to be funny, but when I first heard that song, and I didn't know what the dirty implication was. But I used to sing, because he says that part where, hey, there we go, days when the rain changed, you know, and then he gets to the part where he says, going down the old mine with a transistor radio. Like, go down into the old mine with a transistor radio is what we used to do and listen to music. I thought it was, and I'm not, people are going to say, oh, you're making this up. I'm not making it up. I honestly thought it was going down on an old man for a transistor radio.
Oh my God.
And I think when I was a kid, I loved that song, and I'd be like, going down on an old man for a transistor radio. And I didn't know what going down meant. I just, you know, it's, first of all, you can't fucking understand Van Morrison.
Oh, that just conjures the whole scenario.
I know, and then later on, when I start to figure out what that means, I'm like, that better be a really good transistor radio.
That. He's just sitting on a park bench going, hey, little boy, you like music?
You like music? Oh, sure, and I do. God. I like music. I wanna. How much do you like
subterranean environments?
Well, how much do you like music, there, lad? But I honestly used to sing, and now, just in defiance, because that song comes on all the time. When that song comes on, when it gets to that part, I belt out. You should. Going down on an old man for a transistor radio.
Do you remember that song?
I mean, things are tough, and I mean, we're talking about Belfast. That's where he grew up.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was hard to procure a good transistor radio.
You did what you could.
And if old man McGinty had one, you do what you got to do.
And what if the kid like got it because he wanted to give it to his parents for a Christmas gift or something? You know,
Yeah.
There's a sweet story.
But then
behind
it's like that. There's that O. Henry twist, which is the gift they got him
was a blowjob.
Is that you never have to give a blowjob to an old man. A certificate that says you never have to do that, and that's how he got them the transistor radio.
Do you remember that old song that goes, I might like you better if we slept together?
Yeah.
I thought it was, my mother'd get better if we slept together.
Hey, that's a line I used to use a lot in the 80s. My mother's ill, but she might improve if we were to have sexual relations. Never worked. That's I think there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us do it. We mishear things, and
I think I get 90% of the lyrics I sing.
Is this because we learned in a previous segment that you have perfect hearing and that?
No. I'm saying I don't hear the lyrics properly. I think I am the opposite of what who a musician wants to listen to their music, because I don't really listen to the lyrics that much. I just listen.
When I was
to
at
the songs.
Saturday Night Live, Mike Myers told me that he thought ELO's hit song, "The Evil Woman," was Medieval Woman.
I thought that too.
But I think that's a very common.
There's
one.
a few of those. Like
no one else thought it was Dirty Deeds and their Dundergy.
No.
And no one in the history of the world thought this kid is blowing an old man to get a transistor radio in Belfast.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, when I get it wrong, I really get it wrong.
Yeah, it's almost an art what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, I am the Joyce of my time.
Just some woman named Joyce.
Just a woman named Joyce. Her carpool night is Thursdays. I don't know. Yeah, not that Joyce.
No.
Oh, for God's sake, not that Joyce. All right. Apologies to everyone who will never hear Brown Eyed Girl the same way again.